So, final thoughts. Honestly, it's been interesting the last couple of days. I've tested these now over the last 2 or 3 days, just doing straight A/B comparisons. And one day the EV sounds better to my ears, the next day the Bose sounds better. So I think it would come down to your needs. Both systems are flexible. The Bose, you can add additional B2 subs if you have the extra amp that you have to buy separately. With the EV, you could add an external, say a 15 or an 18-inch powered subs, and EV makes some excellent subs that are pretty cost effective. They also offer, one thing that's interesting is the spacer between the base unit and the array on the top. They sell a shorter one, and I think it's either 12 or 18 inches, which I think would be kind of an interesting combination if you were to put that entire unit with that shorter spacer unit on top of, say, an 18 or a 15-inch powered sub. That would be a pretty substantial combination. Tone-wise, again, one day the one sounds better to me than the other. I think it's pretty obvious from the audio that I hope comes through with YouTube's compression and all of that. The EV seems to have a pretty substantial mid-range scoop. The Bose, to me, is a little bit more pronounced in that area. It has a lot more presence, but both are great sounding units. Definitely there's a price advantage to the EV, and ease of setup is quite a bit less of a hassle with the EV. You have the base unit, you have the spacer section, and then you have the array, and the array and the spacer come in one bag, and then the base unit is in a separate bag. So it's basically two things to carry. Instead of the Bose, you would have three. You have the power base, and then you have each of the two array sections in separate bags. Then on top of that, you have your B2 sub or your B1s if you're using those. So again, it kind of comes down to personal preference. The EV definitely has cool features. It has 3 inputs. 2 are 1/4-inch XLR combo jacks. The third input is an 1/8-inch stereo Bluetooth or RCA stereo input. So that's kind of a cool feature that the Bose does not offer at all. So you've got also on the EV, you have some tone controls on there. You can adjust the sub volume separately from the array section. You have equalization controls, and it has a Bluetooth app that you can modify the equalization settings from your phone. Obviously, the Bose does not have that. So EV, great. It's a great unit. I mean, I think most people, especially if you're a musician, a solo, duo, something like that, you could literally roll into your venue with no extra equipment, just the speaker and your instrument, and plug right in. You can run your backing tracks into that third input if you're using tracks. It's really cool. I don't think it has reverb built into it like the new little Bose S1 Pro. That it's kind of like an all-in-one unit that does have some stuff built into it. But anyways, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below, and like and subscribe. Thanks.